On Friday, the 5th of February 2021, students and teachers of Cameroon College of Arts and Sciences, CAS Kumba, received August guests who handed over a block of classrooms renovated by some ex-students of the institution. The batch that was in the school between 1988 and 1995, today known as CK95 International. The official opening of the renovated structure was done by the Divisional Delegate of Secondary Education, Mr. Agim Abono. Members of CK95 International said, as a means to pay back to the school, they decided to renovate some of the classrooms.
We saw that the classes were very dirty and they were bad. So we decided to make something different, at least to show concern. We are ready to do more. We struggle to see that we can galvanize ourselves and come back to renovate some of the classrooms.
Addressing the students and teachers, the representative of the president of CK95 International, Madame Pale Murel, also stated that they were active in the fight against the spread of COVID-19 among students and staff of the institution.
7 months after we visited with buckets and liquid soap contribution to help with the fight against global pandemic COVID-19.
The entire school saw the day as one of the best. As one of CK95 members, Barrister Fonken Gladys made this announcement.
We of CK95 have decided to make your learning environment the best. I stand here to unveil something that nobody knows. We have a scholarship scheme for you people.
The principal of the school, Honorable Atinda Martin Bonne, became the happiest person.
No class has come back to appreciate this college. I count myself very lucky that it is during my term of office, that the class has come.
The Divisional Delegate of Secondary Education equally highlighted that such gestures are rare in the life of public schools.
This level of abnormalism from public school students is unheard of. It does not come every day. So I make all about it. Right from the bottom of the heart, I'm sure from Her Excellency, the Honorable Minister, we are appreciating the concerned students.
After handing over the classrooms and announcing scholarship schemes, the CK95 International said they will continue to do more for the school.
Over 11 groups in Wum Menchun Division of the Northwest Region have received household, office, and medical equipments with outstanding volunteers recognized and awarded certificates for best services rendered. The humanitarian gesture that comprised of computers, dresses for underprivileged children, benches to some schools in the community, and some medical equipments to assist the Wum District Hospital for maximum health care.
I sincerely want to say my appreciation due to the fact that we have been having a little bit of shortage for medical equipment, and they coming to our assistance is going to play a big role and a big impact, especially to the fact that we are always in dire need of more medical equipment.
Handing the gifts Friday 5th February 2021 at the Wum Town Hall from BHAF Cameroon in partnership with Crossroads Foundation Hong Kong, Planting Hope and Change at Grassroots. The CEO of BHAF, Madame Tebong Bibiana, serving locally and globally, connecting people in a world of needs, brokenness and suffering for a better and safer humanity. On behalf of her organization, thank Crossroads Foundation Hong Kong for deepening empathy for those at grassroots, given the socio-political crisis had increased the poverty situation of locals. Stress on the need for all to cultivate the spirit of sharing.
The items that were distributed today, we have computers, all the accessories, we have medical equipment, we have stationaries for schools like desks, chairs, we have dresses for the old, for the men, for the women, and for the children.
Wum Council Second Deputy Mayor C. Zenobia described BHAF Bindimlum Organization Cameroon as a trustworthy organization. Call on the beneficiaries to use the items for the purpose intended. Unlike mentioned, First Assistant SDO Dimanu Fabrice saluted the gesture, describing it as timely, given the division is gradually coming out from the 4 years hardship caused by the Anglophone crisis.
This is what is left of the over 75 shops destroyed by fire at the Maifongkwen Motor Park Bamenda 3 subdivision, northwest region of Cameroon. At about 11 p.m. in the night of Monday, February 8, 2021, several shops at the Maifongkwen Motor Park were razed to ashes following a fire outbreak. This trader, who happens to be a victim, says she lost goods amounting to over 800,000 in her shop. I am one of the victims of the fire outbreak in the Maifongkwen Motor Park. My shop and its content was reduced to ashes. I sell food, oil and other items, and my capital, which amounts to over 800,000, all gone. As we speak, I have nothing left. Traders and victims of the sad incident after the flames were put out were spotted this morning gathering the remains of their shops. This other trader say though material damage is enormous, he is yet to know the exact amount lost after the fire incident. I am yet to determine what I have lost so far. I deal in clothes, electronic and equally run a restaurant. With all that, I can't tell how much I lost yet. The fire incident last night at the Maifongkwen Motor Park is the latest after a double fire incident razed dormitories at the Presbyterian Secondary School in the nights of January 22 and 23, 2021.
Minad boss Paul Atanganji, after having been received by the authorities of the Far North region led by Governor Mijiawa Bakari on Monday, February 9, 2021, met with the governor of Borno State in Nigeria, Babangana Umara Zulum, earlier received by Governor Mijiawa Bakari. The purpose of this visit is to see the repatriation of some 5,000 Nigerian refugees living at the Minawao camp that is hosting about 70,000 refugees since its creation in 2013. The tripartite agreement for the voluntary repatriation of the said refugees was signed today, Wednesday, February 10, 2021, by the government of Cameroon, Nigeria, and the United Nations High Commission for Refugees. The three representatives, Minad Boss Atanganji Paul, Babangana Umara Zulum, and Oliver Guillaume Bier, respectively. The meeting of the Tripartite Commission for the Voluntary Repatriation of the Nigerian Refugees was held at the conference hall of the Far North Governor's Office and went hitch-free. After this day, the 5,000 refugees at the Minawao camp in Mokolo, Far North, victims of the Boko Haram conflict in Nigeria, can now go home, while Minister Atanganji concludes his two-day working visit to the Far North.
Creating opportunities for themselves amidst all challenges is a new deal for most Cameroonian youth, making money and giving themselves a lifestyle in the informal sector. Quite a good number of youth have involved in small jobs to give value to themselves outside a regular job. Marceline Dayan is an entrepreneur in Douala who specializes in the production of accessories with the use of African fabrics.
Oui, je suis une jeune femme camerounaise qui entreprend dans ce que vous voyez chez moi là. Je fais dans ça customisation, afriture traditionnelle, vos éventails, vos chaussures, les sacs et les pochettes comme vous me voyez là.
Her disgust for laziness and idle gossips pushed her to learn this trade which is footing her bills today.
Ce qui m'a motivé à faire ce commerce, c'est que j'étais à la maison, je ne faisais rien, je ne pouvais pas passer tout mon temps à parler de Congo-ça, monter, descendre. Et puis moi j'ai choisi faire ce métier parce que j'aime bien entreprendre.
There exist several small jobs for youth who would rather be independent. To this entrepreneur, youth should rather create opportunities for themselves instead of waiting for the older generation.
Il faut avoir l'esprit de créativité, ne pas attendre le gouvernement. Se débrouiller, chercher à se battre, attendre le gouvernement et soit chercher à être patron de lui-même.
Marceline Dayan shares the same opinion.
J'invite tous les jeunes, ceux qui sont dans le chômage surtout, les femmes qui passent tout leur temps à monter et descendre, je les invite à intervenir avec moi.
While celebrating the Youth Day, youths are called upon to be resilient and create more opportunities for themselves, especially in times of COVID-19.
The stock of illicit drugs, including injections, solutions and other locally made tablets worth the sum of 27 million francs CFA were burnt down recently in Bertoua, East Region of Cameroon, and in the presence of the governor of the East Region, who doubles as regional president of the fight against illicit drugs, Gregoire Mvongo.
The government is leading all efforts. It is better for people to understand that drugs are serious things which should not be bought anywhere.
This important stock of illicit drugs was seized in the process of being sold in the local markets, and others were being taken while on transit to the northern part of the country and other neighboring countries. An operation successfully carried out due to the collaboration between customs services and the gendarmerie.
We have two types of seizures that have been made. The first seized by the mobile brigade of Bertoua, which gave a sum of about 24 million, and the 2.7 million by the custom post of Garigombo.
For years now, Cameroonian authorities have been battling against the importation and sale of counterfeit drugs in the country. The governor of the East Region has therefore reassured the population that this operation will be intensified throughout the year in a bid to ensure good health quality for the population.
February 11, 2021, Cameroonians observe a very unlikely atmosphere to mark the 55th edition of the National Youth Day. It is 10 a.m. in Douala, and the 20th May Boulevard is ghosted, almost as if it were a regular day in the country. For 54 years, the 11th of February has always been characterized by colorful march parades and displays throughout the national territory. Because of the necessity to respect COVID-19 barrier measures, this year's celebration of the Youth Day is rather done in the hearts of patriotic youth. The usual pomp and pageantry is replaced with pensive reflection on the president's speech.
All they have to retain is the president's speech, the public holiday, which they did not go to school, and the food cooked at home. If yesterday they had one slice of fish, today it will be two. I think I will have to listen to the president's speech again. When I left the house, my siblings were watching it. Then we watch other channels to see what they are showing.
Different young people have adopted several measures to keep busy. In Douala 5 subdivision, CPDM youth decided to carry out voluntary works in different administrative offices.
We choose public administrative buildings to visit. We are doing clean-up there with our limited means. These buildings involve the Douala 5 Council, the police station, about 20 sites where we have to work.
Meanwhile, some parents chose to make the day special for their kids as they take them out to play with their friends. The march parade and other official outdoor activities might have been cancelled, but youths sure know how to catch fun.
Mes chers jeunes compatriotes.
My dear young compatriots.
President Biya, in his traditional message to the youth of Cameroon on Wednesday, 10th February 2021, marking the 55th edition of the Youth Day, began by lauding the successful organization of the Shan tournament in an era plagued by the COVID-19 pandemic, while instilling hope in the youth after the intermediate Lions missed the opportunity to grab the trophy, reiterating the need for all to take good care of the state-of-the-art football structures as the country looks forward to hosting the African Cup of Nations in 2022. The head of state also called on the youths to never lose hope in their country, but to stay patriotic and stand strong in the midst of the numerous challenges, while congratulating some Cameroonian youth who have distinguished themselves in flying the nation's flag high. Paul Biya also lamented the fact that some youths have sided with what he calls demons of hatred and division, as such creating a dark atmosphere for the preservation of peace and promotion of national unity, quoting the East, North, Northwest and Southwest regions.
Some of you have unfortunately chosen to rally behind the demons of hatred and division, driven by barbaric fanaticism, often whipped up and nurtured from foreign countries, or by a perverse use of social media. They try to undermine the foundations of the nation.
President Biya also challenged the youths to return to their country and build it after greener pastures in the diaspora. He also called on his government to ensure the effectiveness of the various programs set up to support the youth, that is financing over 5,000 youth projects and creating over 500,000 jobs in 2021. The governor of the Littoral region, Samuel Dieudonné Ivaha-Debois, reacted to President Biya's message shortly after it ended and had this to say.
And they have just given a kind of applause to the youth for all what they have done, welcoming the strangers and giving also opportunity for the other youths to see that we are proud of being Cameroonians. And he also asked the youths to follow the good examples, not people that want to hinder the development of our nation.
Most importantly, President Paul Biya challenged the youths to get their voices heard and contribute in making the country emergent by 2035.
2 motorcycles trapped under the tires of a truck transporting cement. It was a sad day for inhabitants of Ndokoti, Douala 3 subdivision, Littoral region of Cameroon. In the night of Wednesday, February 10, 2021, one person was crushed to death and another who later died in hospital after a truck reportedly crashed into 2 motorcycles following a brake failure. I was about mounting a motorcycle when I saw a truck from the other direction. The truck had lost its brake before crashing. One person died on the spot, and looking at the other, he could not survive the accident. The driver of the truck ran after the incident. The accident occurred at about 9 p.m. around Colin St. Benedict in the Koti neighborhood, killing one person, while another who sustained serious injuries died in hospital. From information gathered this morning, the owner of the truck disappeared after the unfortunate incident.
These are the 3 men caught in the village neighborhood in Douala in possession of cannabis, which is an illicit product in the country. The mobile intervention police at Bonanjo, after investigation, got hold of the 3 men involved in the consumption of cannabis. It should be recalled that the Regional Delegate General for National Security in Douala had instructed that anyone caught with cannabis must be dealt with according to the law. 29 years old Nkwele Derrick and Wongo Yannick, 31 years old, after having been caught, said they consume the drug because it gives them extra strength and leaves them high. Both men led the law enforcement officers to Ngwenjo Eli, a 58-years-old man who stands like the main dealer who supplies the illicit drug around the locality. Ngwenjo Eli, who seems adamant and unremorseful, confesses that he has been into the business for over 40 years and has been behind bars severally. According to him, going back to the police cell is nothing he worries about because he has been there before. When asked about the benefits cannabis has on people who consume it, the 58-year-old unrepentant man also said it simply gives extra strength and courage to anyone who consumes it. He added that the seeds in the bottles are not harmful, they do not kill, but rather medicinal in the sense that they can effectively treat skin rash. According to him, cannabis in any form is not harmful at all, but rather helpful. He goes further to say his arrest is unjustified because he is simply trying to help humanity. Gwenjo Eli reiterates that he is not afraid of going back to jail because according to him, he has done nothing wrong. The security officer, our Christain, said after thorough interrogation, the three men confirmed that they have a main supplier of cannabis for close to a year now. The three men are currently under police custody, from where they will go to court and await judgment.
The 55th edition of the National Youth Day celebration, suspended nationwide in Bamenda, was observed without the traditional march past because of the coronavirus. Bamenda major streets were all deserted with the normal ghost town instituted by secessionists to separatist fighters. While at the Minpat Hall upstation Bamenda to encourage some youths for their hard work enhancing development and peace, organized by the Regional Delegation of Youth and Civic Education as part of activities to mark the 55th edition of the Youth Day, saw the recognition of some 15 youths for outstanding performances in the field of food processing, agriculture, digital technology, and volunteerism.
Amidst the COVID-19, you will see that young people have a lot of opportunities, and this is a wake-up call, because with this, I am going out there to continue to fire and to make young people see me as a role model and to continue to work together. Let's see how we can continue to build our nation.
Being the second edition of Youth Excellence Award, Northwest Governor Adolphe Lele Lafrique encouraged other youths to join in the development effort of the region.
Asking those that are in school to learn their lesson, to be able to develop the country, to make us become an emerging country from the will of the head and from the will of the Cameroon people. So, this celebration is finally the occasion for the governor of Northwest to wish, after the head of state, Happy New Year to all of them.
The laureates selected who benefited from the Youth Excellence Award were largely on the criteria of hard work and competence.
La 55e édition de la fête de la jeunesse célébrée sur le thème Jeunesse, résilience, défis et opportunités en temps de Covid-19 s'est déroulée dans la ville de Koutaba, à l'ouest Cameroun, sans parade ni tambour. Présent à la place du défilé, le sous-préfet de l'arrondissement, le maire et d'autres autorités, en compagnie de quelques élèves, ceci dans le respect des mesures barrières. Le représentant du chef de l'État dans cette localité du pays a tenu à réitérer les propos du discours du président du 10 février à sa jeunesse.
De l'État, j'en ai retenu trois principales choses. La première chose, c'est que chaque génération a ses défis. Et le défi majeur de la jeune génération actuelle, c'est la préservation de la paix. Cette paix qui est gage de la prospérité, cette paix qui est gage du développement. Parce que le chef de l'État le souligne à juste titre, sans la paix, rien n'est possible, aucune prospérité n'est possible.
De même, certaines personnes présentes en ce lieu ont tenu chacun à présenter la partie du message les ayant le plus touchés.
Il est important de reconnaître que les jeunes, surtout de notre lycée, ont suivi avec beaucoup d'intérêt le message du chef de l'État. Ce message qui peut s'articuler en trois points. Le premier point, c'est ce que les jeunes sont capables de faire, ce que les jeunes représentent pour le Cameroun. En effet, faire de l'anse de la nation, le président de la République nous le rappelle chaque fois, et là encore une fois de rappeler, la jeunesse a le devenir du Cameroun entre les mains.
Malgré la présence des autorités administratives à la place du défilé à Koutaba, la fête de la jeunesse suspendue sur tout le territoire national a fait de l'édition 2021 une totalement différente de ce que l'on a l'habitude d'observer dans le pays.
Youths in Limbe 2 subdivision have successfully held their first ever council session for junior councillors. Presiding over the youth council session, the mayor of Limbe 2 subdivision, Chief Walker Daniel Ndive, called on the junior councillors to work hand in glove with their communities and council in order to give the community they represent a clearer picture of council's activities. He urged them to go through the deliberations with keen interest for the development of Limbe 2 municipality. The session, which was supposed to witness the official installation of the junior councillors, was transformed to a training session to permit them abreast themselves with the role played by the council in local development vis-a-vis the role played by the municipal councillors. On his part, the divisional officer for Limbe 2 subdivision, Serge Meke Abel, appreciated the engagement and zeal of the youths who participated in the council session and other activities programmed for the 55th edition of the National Youth Day celebration. It should be noted that the Minister of Youth and Civic Education signed a decree cancelling match pass and other sporting activities as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic. It is within this framework that a roundtable debate took place at the deliberating chambers of Limbe 2 Council on the theme of this year's celebration: Youths, Resilience, Challenges and Opportunities in time of COVID-19.
Our message to the youth is to follow the head of state message, who have said they have challenges of their generation, to maintain the peace, the unity, to work hard and to follow the models. We want our youth who came here today to carry that message back home and to be sure that we always give them the place that they deserve in our midst.
The youths affirmed their unflinching support to the head of state, considering the steps taken for the youths to participate in the process of decentralization and local development.
It's the first edition. I'm privileged to be part of this because I know that this is something that I'm not coming in to go out empty. I'm definitely taking something back to my community. I'm definitely taking a lot back to my youth. And I'm definitely bringing back our worries, because these worries need to be attended to, because if they are not attended to, we cannot be better Cameroonians, we cannot be better leaders of tomorrow. So these will help us and it will mold us to be better leaders tomorrow.
The high point of commemorating activities witnessed the award of prizes to laureates who took part in the socio-cultural activities such as choral music, traditional dances, poem, drama, just to name but these few.